coming. We already have our little author here on stage, Araya. Reluctant. And we already have Shraddha here. So let's start. I have a little flow of the event prepared. So I'm going to, excuse me sir, can you please go to the back? Thank you. All the way to the back. We'll wait for you to go behind. Thank you. Okay. So, very good evening to everyone. This entire audience is filled with family, friends, well-wishers, some who I have grown up with, studied with and worked with, some whose children Araya and Avya go to school with now, friends of my father, my seniors in the profession of law. I thank you for being here and I welcome you all to my daughter Araya's book club. Every milestone and every up and down in my life, my constant companion. The time I was pregnant and delivered my twins was a special time and turning point in the maturity of our friendship. Each of us knows all too well how busy we can get and how in this WhatsApp age of communication, it's easy to lose touch physically and meet in person. She's always made it a point to take time out from her crazy schedule to invest that time lovingly in my children and spend time playing with them and getting to know them over the last 8 years. It is rare to find someone's personality so untouched and unaffected by fame and fortune, despite seeing such tremendous and dizzying heights of success. Shraddha has a whopping 74.5 million followers on Instagram alone. I don't want to say that's a lot more than XYZ, but you guys are all on Instagram. I'm sure you can figure it out. She's the third most followed Indian on the planet. And such die-hard avid fans that I am also on the receiving end of her fans' love. There are now fan clubs for me, giving me so much love, and I am so humbled and grateful. In 2016, Forbes magazine listed her amongst the 100 most successful Asians under the age of 30. She is the nation's sweetheart and the girl next door, and I'm proud to have my twins call her Shraddha Masi. Ladies and gentlemen, the chief guest for this evening, none other than Ms. Shraddha Kapoor. I'll tell you in a second. So we had like this little ceremonial lamp which was supposed to be lit, but we can't because of fire hazard, so we're just going to pretend. And do you have that lighter thing? Masi? Nani Masi has that little bag with the... Is it there? Send it back to the car. Okay, no problem. Let's just pretend we lit it, the chief asked, so I must be doing something right. So I just want to talk a little bit about my amazing little girl, the reluctant author. Where do I begin? Guys, can we have a bit of silence in the audience just on the other side? I know we can't control the cafe people, but just our crew. Thanks, thank you. Where do I begin about this amazing little girl? We've all gathered here to celebrate and support. My firstborn, Araya, senior to her twin by 26 seconds, has an extremely shy and introverted nature. She is reticent and reserved, measured and even-tempered, wise and mature beyond her years, kind and good. If she shows you her loud and goofy side, consider yourself lucky. You're in the inner circle, in a most sacred and private space. Araya is an enigma, unlike anyone I have ever encountered. A young lady of myriad interests and a multifaceted personality. Araya is a budding equestrian and pianist. She is the quintessential artist. She uses different mediums, paper, paints and other objects she fashions to create unique pieces of art at home. She is a ballerina. I'm getting a lot of sound effects from here on the side, so please excuse me if I pause to laugh and just gain some composure. She's just going. In your corner. She will argue her point of view until you are defeated. She will stick up for you, protect you, and ensure no one can say anything or do anything against you. She is our fearless little soldier. Although as her mother, she admires me and she respects me, I have told her many times over, and she will attest to that, I want to be like her when I grow up. This holds true even more so today. So that's about Araya, guys. This is the girl that you're here to celebrate, and this is the girl you're here for. I will now request Shraddha to address this gathering and share her thoughts and feelings today.
You know,
everyone, please welcome her with a round of applause. Thank you.
So you know Aru, I think it was around 2014, I think it was around then, and my film Ashiki 2 had already released. It received immense love and appreciation. I think my film Ek Villain also released, and it received immense love and appreciation. And as an actor, I felt validated. I felt that I started really understanding and enjoying the creative process of what I do. That's when I thought, okay, I think it would be great to write a book someday. I think that's something that I would want to do. I feel like when you are an author, it's just so much more special to know that, hey, I wrote a book, and it was about my journey. It was something that came from my heart. So I thought about it. I spoke to a director friend of mine. And I was like, someday I'm going to write this book, and I'm going to start prepping for it. And I'm going to sit down, and I'm going to put my head together. I'm going to ideate, and it's going to be from my heart. Today, 8 years later, there is no title. There is no prep. There has been no huddling in a corner, ideating, getting lost in a world of dreams, of my imagination, or tapping into my imagination. None of it has happened. And today we have 8-year-old Araya. We're here together for her launch, She has published her own book. We have a piece of her heart that she is sharing with us, and I have to say that the fact of this makes me feel so inadequate that I don't know, Aru, if I should say that I am proud of you, or that when I write my book, you would be proud of me. And for you to share this with us at the age of 8, she started penning down these thoughts when she was 4. And I mean, we still have to unveil this, but it's so inspiring, Aru. I know you keep hearing us say that we're proud of you, but what you have done today is something that is so inspiring. So you should be extremely proud of yourself. So, yes, and thank you so much for making me a part of this. She's a part of my heart. So for me, this is, it's so personal for me. And I wouldn't miss this for the world. And Aru, thank you. And thank you, Fuzzy. Fuzzy, thank you for being nice to me. I'm so glad we're on a public platform together. So thank you so much for saying such, I've not heard such kind words from her in person. So I have to say that I feel extremely elated today. And we have this on record now. Yes, so thank you so much for having me. And absolutely, and you know, as Fuzzy said, that Fuzzy and I have Fuzza. Sorry, it's foreign to me to address her as Fuzza. But we've been at school together, and we've grown up together. We have spent days and a lot of time together. We've been through each other's, we've been through so many important parts of each other's lives. She's been one of, I think I should also, since she was so kind to me, also be kind to her. But she's been a pillar of strength in my life. And I have to say that, you know, when you have that kind of friendship with someone where you're almost, you don't want to share your friend with anybody. So that's exactly what happened with me. And so when Abu and Aru came into this world, I was like, okay, I don't know how this is going to work out. I don't know how I'm going to be able to share a part of myself. But turns out I could do that. And Fuzzy, thank you for bringing Abu and Aru into this world. They're beautiful, they're amazing. And Aru, it's your day today. So let's celebrate her launch, and thank you all so much for being here with us.
Thank you. Thanks, Shraddha. Thank you so much for those very kind words. I now request my dad and mom, Araya's Nani and Nanu, to join us up here on stage. And Araya, everyone just grab a copy of the covered book, and Shraddha as well. Let's come here to the front and stand here so everyone. And Araya's Mamu, Vishu Mamu, somewhere, yes. Please grab a copy of the book, and let's all just stand here in the front, otherwise it will be a little cramped. And all you have to do is just rip open unveil the book, and now this is the book officially being launched by Shraddha Kapoor and Araya's favorite people in the whole world, her family. And hey, Abu, you were sleeping on? Yeah. So, Lata. Let's go, guys. Araya, stand next to Shraddha. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so now, since the book is officially launched, we're going to have a little bit of a tete-a-tete and a Q&A between Shraddha and Araya.
I'm so honored to be asking you these questions, Ari. Let's go for it. Let's have some fun. So, we all want to know, when and how did you start writing stories?
I just finished reading one book called The Villain, and then I asked my mother whether I could write a story. So she said, "Sure, why not?" And she made me go closer to the, and I got the computer and I typed the story. The first story was called Seasons.
Okay. And when,
And that's in the book.
right?
She wrote that when she was around 4.
Around 4. I still have to wrap my head around that.
She actually wrote it a handwritten one, and we've got a bound copy at home because then I told her to type it up on the computer so we could print it and staple it together. And it's in the book now.
Wow. And when you started writing, right, who and what inspired you to write? Where did the inspiration come from?
Like reading, I guess. They came from reading a few books and liking some authors, so wanting to write books of my own.
So it came from you starting to read to begin with.
Yes.
And you reading your favorite authors, and that's where you just felt like you want to write yourself.
Yes.
And now that you're an author, officially an author, and you have your book published, can we know the secret? What is your creative process? Everyone has a creative process, and do you have a basic storyline? Do you think of characters? Do you have a kind of creative flow?
I usually begin with once upon a time, and then I move on to describe the place where the story begins, and then I just build the story up as I go.
So basically, it just comes to you.
Yeah.
It just comes to you effortlessly. And when this beautiful process is happening for you, how do you like to put it down? Do you like to write it? Do you like to use technology?
Well, sometimes I write it down with a paper and pencil. Sometimes I write it down with the Apple Pencil on the iPad, and sometimes I type it out on the computer.
So a little bit of everything.
Yes.
Fantastic. And now that your first book is out, I know that you have so much more writing that's stocked up and it's there. What do you want your next book to be about?
Well, there are many more stories than this that I've written. My mother just chose to put a few stories inside Treasure Trove. So maybe I'll write new stories and publish those, or maybe I'll just take old ones and publish those.
Because you already have. So Fuzzy, do you want to share the bank of stories that she has?
Can we just put this on pause for
Yes.
one moment? Miss Saisha, can we just have you here for a moment? And I would like Avyay to give you a bunch of flowers that we got for you. This is Araya's junior school principal from Aditya Birla World Academy. Can we have you up on the dais, please, for just a moment? Junior school head, sorry, junior school head. Avyay, give Miss Saisha these flowers. Oh, and Miss Hina and Miss Chaya here as well. Hello. Thank you. Please come up on stage for a moment. Shucks, can we just have a photograph with them? Because they are indicating they want to leave, so I just want this as a memory.